Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha Harihi Om Shruti Smruti Purananam Alayam Karunalayam Namami Bhagavat Shankaram Ajñascha Shraddadhanascha Samshayatma Vinashyati Nayan lokosti na paraha na sukham samshayatmanaha. This verse is an all-important verse because it tries to present the seeker of truth in the right perspective. So that is what we are looking at, the seeker of truth. So, under Shraddha, you need Jnanam. I have seen it. Shraddha, the earnestness. So this was what I was discussing in the earlier class. The earnestness, it must be, is an important qualification. So much so, it was said 2 times, Shraddhavan labhate jnanam. The one who has the earnestness will gain the knowledge. And the one who doesn't have the earnestness will not gain it. You don't mind my saying a few things frankly, right? Generally, people are good-meaning people. They sacrifice a thing or two and come to study Vedanta. In this weather, you are sitting here means there must be some sacrifice on your part. Otherwise, you will not be sitting here. So you will be sitting at home, watching some TV program while eating apple pie or something. Okay. So, or a pizza. So you are here means you have sacrificed a few things. But then what happens is that earnestness, it is not retained. It is dissipated and it is frittered away. So, if the seeker is earnest, the light can be given. The light, this knowledge, the light can be given. If the seeker is earnest. See, the light of knowledge is for all. It is not reserved. There are no reservations in it. It is for all. And then it is always there. It's not that Rahu Kalam is there, therefore there is no light of earnestness. Suppose it is Rahu Kalam, the sun stops shining? No. Durmuhurta, sun stops shining? No. It is always there and it is for all. The problem is the seekers are few. The seekers are not there. Very few are the seekers. And among those seekers who sacrifice a thing or two and come to know the truth, among the seekers, those who are ready are very few, very rare, very rare. You can see that. You see, I am only trying to understand the human psychology. So having come to know the truth of the self, that is what Atma Vidya is, to know the truth of the self. That is what you come for. That is what we call Vedanta. We are not here to teach you a few karmas or some upasanas so that you can go to some loka, etc. That is not the thing. Here, the thing is, you are here for seeking the truth. But then, how much are you ready? So, what is this readiness? The readiness is you allow yourself to be distracted in multiple ways. That shows the immaturity. I tell you how. Suppose one is feverish, one has fever. And then he goes to the hospital, goes to the doctor. Okay? And the doctor has to examine and make a diagnosis and give some medicine some antibiotic or whatever, and the fever will go. That is the purpose. But then you go to the doctor, and while waiting in the outer room, you see some nice decorations, and then find these decorations are not adequate. We have to put some more new decorations. Suppose you are doing that. Look at these people. Huh? They want to decorate the doctor's outer office. Why are you in the doctor's outer office in the first place? You want to decorate the doctor's outer office? Can there be any ignorance, more ignorance than this? And then the doctor has a dog. So this man, this guy, he wants to use all his dog knowledge to train that dog. Another job. Why did you come to the doctor? To take care of his dog? Or to take care of his outer office? And then there is another patient. He came with a fever. But then he found this doctor has got only a few patients, not many patients. And therefore, he is busy advertising the glory of this doctor so that more patients will come. These are the seekers. What kind of seekers are these fellows, I tell you? Huh? They are not ready. Simply they are not ready. And then slowly it becomes an avocation. The Vedanta, weekend Vedanta class, it's an avocation. Suppose a weekend Vedanta class is cancelled, then you don't know what to do. But if weekend Vedanta class is there, then that morning session is over, and then we can have some nice gourmet food and then take some rest. Weekend Vedanta class, we have done. Some sensation you get out of it. This is the way people are. They are just not ready. You see, what is the Shraddha, you know? The ripeness of heart. The ripeness of heart and mind. It should be ripe. That ripeness is indispensable. When that ripeness is not there, people they end up as immature, very immature. I told you, I think I have come with a good example this morning. You go to the doctor's office and you want to decorate the doctor's office and you want to bring more patients to the doctor. Are Buddhu, you are a sick man, you get treated by the doctor and see whether the doctor can treat you. At least itna to koshish karo. This doctor, can he treat me? This samsara is considered a disease. Bhavaroga. It is a disease. What are the symptoms of this disease? Fear and sorrow. They are the symptoms of this disease. Now you came to the Guru to treat this disease called samsara with the symptoms of fear and sorrow. Now instead of proceeding in that direction, having come up to that point, you want to do some propaganda. Some other thing you want to do. These people, as long as they want to do so many other things, that only proves, it doesn't prove anything except that these people are immature and they are not ready, they are not ripe. And that's why, no surprise, they become part of the system. Some systems will be put in place, you know. There will be a few systems. And they become part of the system and remain the part of the system. But the samsara fever, the fever of the worldliness, it is not abating, it is not going away. It remains with them. And they remain samsaris, all the way samsaris. This is the problem of the absence of Shraddha. Ajnascha Shraddha Dhanascha. Then Samshayatma. This Samshayatma is also you have to carefully understand. You see, in the same chapter, Sri Krishna has advised us to raise all kinds of questions. Pariprashnena sevaya. It is not even prashna. Not just ask a question here and there. No. Pariprashna. Pari means all around. On the topic of Atma, You should ask all kind of questions. You should ask. You should ask all kind of questions. That is not, that is what he said, pariprashnena. And now he says, samshayatma vinashyati. Therefore, there is an important distinction or difference between pariprashna versus samshaya. Samshaya in Sanskrit has a definition. Ubhayakotyavagahi samshayaha. Like that there is a definition. It's a technical word. Means the person samyak sharate asmin, it is samshayaha. The person, he fixes himself in two alternatives. That is called samshaya, the pendulum movement. The English translation for samshayatma is doubting Thomas. That is a beautiful translation. English translation. The Thomas is a character, one of the apostles. And he was doubting. That is how it came. It's an expression. So this samshayatma, you see, ubhayakoti avagahi. You see, you talk of the light of awareness, atma. Now, body, of course, I am sure about body. Body hai ya nahi, no doubt about it. Then mind, no doubt about it. Then the light of awareness. So I have come to that. Now, sir, show us the light of awareness. No, sir, I cannot show it to you. You have to see it yourself. I cannot show it. No, you have shown the body, you have shown the mind. Like that you show the light of awareness. Once I went to a satsanga somewhere. And then I thought half a dozen questions and some food I will get. Then the main person there, he asked me, Swami, what is Atma? He asked me. I was flabbergasted by that question because I was a bit unsure and I was a bit tired, this and that. And this man, I thought he will ask you some meaningful question. This, what is Atma? You have to, now you show me what is Atma. Then I said, you see, you look at yourself. Then no, don't ask me to look at myself. What do you teach? Atma, you tell me what it is. I'll tell you, just cooperate with me. Okay, you proceed. Look at yourself. Why again look at myself? No, you should have patience. Okay. In the meanwhile, his wife told, Swamiji is telling you, listen. Then he cooled down a bit. Okay, now I am listening. Okay, good. Now the body. Okay, body. So this body is known to you. What do you mean by body known to me? This is a body, and what do you mean by known to me? No, you tell me whether the body is you or something known to you. What kind of question it is? I don't know. This is the body, this is myself. And so you mean to say body is the Atma? No, body is not the Atma. Then what is Atma? You tell me. So like that he started. Then you know what I did? I don't know, sir. Amma, bhiksha ready? Yeah, ready. Please serve it. Really? I took the bhiksha and came out. And till then, afterwards, that gentleman never met me. I did not meet him. He must have forgotten this Atma thing long back. So this way, you see, you don't want to explore. You have all kinds of doubting nature, not questioning nature. What is the difference between the two? In the questioning nature, the effort is to know. Whereas in the doubting nature, the effort is to scuttle. You know scuttle? To scuttle, to prevent. So this is the doubting nature. And then ubhayakoti avagahi. Suppose I say, Atma, it is that light of awareness. And You must have seen it. I was saying in the earlier class that a squirrel is there. You watch the squirrel. There is that awareness in it. It is very awareful guy. Huh? The glory of awareness is shining brilliantly. I say that. Then you come on, I don't see anything brilliant. I don't see. The squirrel is not brilliant at all. It is a bit dull also. And it is eating some silly cone or whatever. What do you mean by light of awareness? I don't see it. So this way, higher rahi. Koti is the extreme position. So this light of awareness, is it or is it not? That is samshaya. You got it? Is it or is it not? Then karma phala. Karma phala. Karma phala hai ya nahi? Suppose I do puja and karma phala will come later. So karma phala, is it there? Yes, it is there. How do you know it is there? We do puja, we did puja for a business success, but the business folded up. In fact, for that business, when the business started, the big Swamiji Maharaj ko leke aaya. And he has cut the ribbon and he did the first puja. But now the business has folded up. And spent a lot of money and did Ganesh Maharaj puja, ye puja, wo puja. But the business is gone now. It is not there. And so some competitor has done a better job, and so we folded it up. And we are left with a few loans, and the proceedings are going on. Bankruptcy proceedings are going on. Now, what do you mean by karma phala? I don't see any karma phala. No, you studied well and therefore you are doing a good job. That is karma phala. Yeah, it seems like there is karma phala. But this puja did not work. Therefore, I am not sure whether there is that kind of karma phala. So this karma phala, hai ya nahi? Then heaven. This karma people, for the karma people, heaven is the bread and butter. That is all heaven. You will go to heaven. You do this puja, you will go to heaven. You do this havan, you will go to heaven. Or there are upasanas. And so you do this upasana, this Devi upasana, etc. And you will go to Devi Loka. Like that. Then suddenly he gets a doubt. Whether there is a Devi Loka or not. Again. So this way, he doesn't want to explore anything. He gets caught in a ever-doubting nature. This is the samshayatma. The doubting is also not in the form of a pointed question. Not that kind of doubt. Even that can be called a doubt. A pointed question. It is not that kind of doubt. The doubt is, hayya nahi, ubhaya koti. And then, samshayaha, samyak sharate asmin. These people, they get fixated in that doubting nature. They get fixated. That means, do what you may, you cannot dislodge the person from his doubting nature. He will remain like that only. He will never step out of that pendulum movement. And he never make any proactive attempt to know the truth. That search for the truth. The readiness, the earnestness, and the questioning attitude. Question at every step you have to question. None of it is there. And therefore, he will not reach anywhere. That is how samshayatma. Therefore, the entire verse, if you carefully watch, the earnestness, that is the shraddha, it is in the middle. On this side is ajnana, on that side is samshaya. If you have earnestness, that will help you, that will certainly take you out of ajnana. And also it will take you out of this doubting Thomas nature. It will put you on the right royal road of truth, that shraddha. Earnestness is the ripening factor. You see, that discontent, I was talking about this discontent. You need to have it. You see, you are anxious about money. There is a lot of anxiety about money. Then anxiety about relations, etc., properties, this and that. People do have, they entertain anxiety about these worldly possessions. But then they don't have any anxiety or discontent rather, not anxiety, discontent. Let us say discontent. They don't have the required discontent to know the truth. When it comes to the truth, the discontent is replaced by complacency. A truth tradition, we are holding on to the tradition. Tradition is more important than truth. Guru Maharaj is more important than truth. All the outer trappings are there. Outer trappings. What are the outer trappings? You put a huge decorated chair laced with gold plate and all that for Guru Maharaj to sit. And so Guru Maharaj comes and sits in it. What will you get out of it? He doesn't get anything, you also don't get anything. No win situation, no win. Nobody wins in this game. And so people are caught in this game in which nobody wins. The Guru is not having that discontent, that passion to see the vision taken up by the students. The Guru doesn't have that passion. Guru is busy with half a dozen other things. And the Shishyas are equally free, equally settled, well settled. They are nicely settled. Therefore, that discontent that must drive you into ripeness and maturity. Then only there will be the journey of truth will be on. So, you see, whatever you do for the sake of truth, whatever you do, you should do it completely. Not a half-hearted way, samshayatma. This half-hearted approach, it doesn't work. You should do it completely. And without reservations, you should do it. And without self-imposed limitations, you should do it. Whatever you do, you should do it completely. You say, suppose you join university, say post-graduation, you join university, some good university, Ivy League university, some Yale or Stanford, somewhere or Harvard you join. There, the semester will be there, for 5 months a semester, and the syllabus and the homework, the examinations that you have to give, etc., it will be a very loaded thing. Okay? So, while going through the semester, suppose you start some organization, some other organization, collecting people and putting meetings, etc., a protection of democratic rights organization, suppose something like you start. It sounds good, protection of democratic rights is good, nothing wrong with it. But then who started it? This person, MS student, a semester he is doing, he started it. And now he collects all the people. So democracy, Jindabad, this and that. Then the semester is over. Now he has to appear for the exam. What will he do in that semester exam? He will fail, right? So what should he do? What for he has entered the university? To protect democratic rights, etc. For that reason he entered. For what now you see, suppose you come to the Gita class to know the truth. So why we are here? Why we are here? Our meeting here, it is about what? It is about, you answer me, yes, no. It is about Guru Maharaj. It is about ashram. It is about beautiful building. It is about nice weekend systems put in place. It is about nice lunch that is waiting for us. No, it is about a nice avocation for the weekend. Then it is about what? So it is about protecting the Vedantic tradition. And why not? A very sacred thing, you know. It is about Indian diaspora in America. It is about Indo-American identity. It is about what? It is about the discovery of truth. It is not about so many other things. And so suppose I have given you a list of 7, 8 things. Suppose you are holding on to 1 or 2 of them. Suppose. Now you are the Samshayatma. You don't know what you want. You want to do that, you want to do this, and you want Atma, and in the meanwhile you want half a dozen other things also. If not half a dozen, 2, 3 other things. What is that? That only proves that there is no integrity. There is no integrity. So, therefore, you should go for the truth. And then, you see, when you are searching for the truth, the Shraddha, you should not be concerned about names. Because in the name and form, as we have discussed adequately, elaborately, in the name and form, there is no truth. The truth is in the being, not in the name and form. Therefore, your Shraddha, where is my Shraddha? You have to ask that question. The Shraddha, the arrow of Shraddha, is it directed towards names and forms? Or is it directed towards the pure being? Where is it? So, you see, what happens is, suppose you give a name to yourself. Suppose you give a name. You have come to Vedanta. You give a name to yourself, suppose. And you get attached to that name. Let me give my own example. My name is Swami TV. And I like that name. And that name should appear wherever it has to appear. Suppose you put a notice board about Gita class, and the Swami TV name is not there. Now what is this? My name is not there. And then an invitation letter is sent. My name is not there. Hey, what is this? My name is not there. And then, so somebody asked me, Swamiji, are you Saraswati or are you Bharati? I said, Appa, I dropped it, Appa, I dropped it. Why? Now I dropped it and I forgot also. It must be Saraswati. Then Swamiji, why did you drop it? Such a beautiful name. Enough, TV is enough. The other day somebody asked me, what is your name? TV. No, on the dais we have to tell your name. What is your name? TV. TV is enough? Yeah, enough. You call TV, whether I will respond to you or not, you will know. Therefore, I am only trying to explain to you, don't get attached to a name. Don't burden yourself with these names. What happens, whenever you have given a name to yourself or a name to your pursuit, you give a name to your pursuit. I was walking. Somebody asked me, Swamiji, are you going on the peace trail? I said, no, I don't know all that. I am walking. I want to walk for 30 minutes and I am walking. I don't want to give some name to what I am doing. Suppose some name, nothing wrong in it, it is all right, but I don't want to give any name. No name. Because once you have, I hope I am able to make some sense, once you give a name to yourself and then a name to the pursuit, then this name is such a maya, it will cover the path. And now the truth will take a back seat. Okay, that is one thing. This naming business you should avoid. You should not go for the names. Names are very bewitching, they are very enticing, and they are very binding. You should not go for all that. You should go for truth, the self-knowledge, self-atma. That's all, nothing more. Atma is not even a name. So your approach, your shraddha must be really, really sharpened like that. And then you have a desire for the truth. That's why you are here, the desire for the truth. Truth is the self. You call it God or self or name, whatever name you give to it. The truth is there, and you have a desire for the truth. Now, see, you should subsume, or you should put aside all other desires. There is only one desire. Desire for the truth must be there. Only that desire must be there. Okay? Suppose you ask, let us go to Gita class. Why to go to Gita class? To know the truth of self. To know the secret of life. That is why we go to the Gita class. But then there, after class is over, what about lunch? Something will be there, we will see. If something will be there, they will provide something, we will eat whatever they provide. No, suppose it is not up to our standard, what to do? Something we'll eat, we'll go to Stroudsburg and eat something. No, that also we have to take care. So this way, the desire for the truth is associated with a few other desires. It becomes a tremendous distraction. Food or no food, whatever food, that is not the point. The point is the desire for the truth. And every other desire, even aspiration, even an expectation has to be given up. So, the desire for the truth is your working capital. Okay? Don't confuse it with the desires that you have given up and all that. Don't confuse like that. Okay? So, the desires to be given up, that is different topic. Therefore, that is your working capital. And you use that capital, the truth, the desire for the truth, the desire for the truth, the desire for the truth, that capital, you rotate that capital, you work on that capital, you use it, and it will pay rich dividends to you. That is the way you have to do. That is the earnestness, that is the shraddha which we are calling, which we are talking about. Under that shraddha, it has to be sharpened and directed in the right way. Then the ajnana on one side and the samshaya on the other side will be taken care of, and you are on the right royal road of the truth. Then I tell you one thing. You look at life. Look at life. What is life? If you carefully observe, life is nothing but seeking. That is what life is. Let us look at our lives. I myself started this seeking something or the other, always seeking something or the other. So in the very early age, we go to a primary school seeking something. And then homework, this, that, some routine we put ourselves into, seeking something. And we want to step out of the primary school, graduate, come out of it, and then go to high school, seeking something. Then enter college, seeking some knowledge, some degree, some qualification, whatever. You are seeking something, you know. People are seeking a qualification, some endowment, that is what they are seeking. I passed an intermediate. And then they go to college, degree college in India. Here they go to university. Directly from inter-college they go to university here. In India we have an intermediate level, degree college, B, bachelor. And so you are seeking something there, the degree you should finish. Then MS. Like this, then a job you are seeking. In the job, money you are seeking. Promotion you are seeking. You are seeking marriage. Life partner you are seeking. And then children you are seeking. And then seeking some more. Cooperation from the life partner you are seeking. Then service from the children you are seeking. Then you are seeking rituals from the priest. Punya from the rituals you are seeking. And seeking this thing or that thing from the rituals. and then gods and goddesses. So you are seeking. Right? Did I assess the life correctly? You tell me which part of life you had in which there was no seeking at all. Can you tell? Only during sleep you are not seeking. And while awake you are seeking sleep also. Therefore, life is seeking. Life is seeking. Therefore, one cannot help seeking. You cannot stop seeking. Only one time the seeking will end. When the last breath comes, there will be no further seeking. Okay? So, now what is this Shraddha? What is this Shraddha? You know what is this Shraddha? When all other seeking ends, every other seeking ends, and there remains only one seeking. That is the seeking of the truth. Suppose it is like that. You consider that situation. I am saying only suppose. Suppose all other seeking stops and there is only seeking of truth and nothing else. Suppose. Then what happens? Very interesting case. The scenario that I am building, all other seeking you stop. You see, when you ask the family people, the worldly people to stop all other seeking and just seek the truth alone and nothing else, they will be shaken. Because they have some idea, some notion that they have to seek a few other things also, otherwise life will not move. Life will come to a standstill. We will become beggars, or we will become very unhappy people. We will lose everything. The family will be lost, the children will be lost, this will be lost, that will be lost. Therefore, we seek truth weekly once in Gita class. We seek not even weekly once, 2 weekly once. Once in 2 weeks, we seek the truth. And the rest of the time, we seek other things of the life. What is this? Seeking the truth and nothing seeking, no other seeking, only one seeking. How can that be? This kind of an apprehension, you know what is apprehension? A kind of sense of fear or insecurity is very common among worldly people. And that's why, as long as they are bothered by that insecurity, that of course we want truth, we seek truth, no doubt about it, but at the same time, we have to seek a few other things also simultaneously. So, as long as this kind of a divided attention, the attention is divided among half a dozen things, and only 1/6 attention is given to the seeking of truth. So, this is how the worldly people, they pursue the truth. Sincere people only, I am talking about, they pursue the truth with a divided attention. Okay? Then there is a candidate called sannyasi. What is sannyasa? Did you ever pay attention to that? People think sannyasa is a ritual. That is how it all finally came to a ritual. And that ritual has to be performed in Rishikesh, on the Ganga bank, and there will be a priest, and some systems will be there, and you perform that ritual, and change the color dress, they change the type of dressing and all that. This is what they think sannyasa is. That is at best the physical aspect only, no? That is the physical outer aspect only, no? That is not the real sannyasa, that is the outer shape of the sannyasa. I am talking about the spirit of sannyasa. What is the spirit of sannyasa? You know what is the spirit of sannyasa? The spirit of sannyasa is you put an end to every other seeking. And now you seek only one thing, and that is the truth. That is the only thing you seek. Nothing else you seek. Then a question is asked, if we stop seeking anything else and restrict the entire seeking to the truth alone, khana kahan se aayega? Food where from will come? The answer is given, go and beg. That is the answer given. And then, having given that answer to this guy, the worldly people were told, this guy will come for begging, don't disappoint him, give him some food. They were told. The Shastra told, give some food to them. Because he is seeking the truth, he doesn't do anything else, and therefore he goes without food if you don't give him food. Therefore you people, you are busy seeking a dozen things, so you prepare food and give some food to him. He will come for begging. You give it to him. And so that takes care of the survival issue. And therefore, that seeking is not diluted, the seeking attention is not divided, and the seeking is focused in one direction. That is the seeking of the truth. This is called sannyasa. You see, why I have entered into this kind of a discussion today, this verse I can say I have finished it. But why I entered? Because I wanted to examine the topic of seeking. That is what, because jijnasa, seeking means jijnasa. And here we are talking of shraddha. And the jijnasa has to be pursued with shraddha. Without shraddha there is nothing. And therefore, I am examining this topic of seeking. So suppose you seek that way, with undivided attention you seek. Means all other search ends. Like Hanuman searching for Sita. That is the epic example it is. Epic illustration. Hanuman doesn't search for anything else. Hanuman is search for Sita, nothing else. And he sees 1,000 other things, but every one of them he puts aside. Only single pointed seeking, search. So you may ask, what happens when the seeking becomes single pointed? What happens? You know what happens? The truth will appear before you. It will appear before you. You know what? The truth neither comes nor goes. It is. It is. Timelessly is. Only the right seeking is missing. That's why you are missing it. It neither comes nor goes. It is an ever-present, timeless state of being. That is what it is. Ever-present, timeless state of being. It is always there. And it never comes, never goes. Only you have to discover it. And such a discovery can happen only when the seeking is in the right place. That is the beauty of this seeking. You see, the glory of seeking, if you understand it, when you seek with undivided attention, you know what happens? The seeker will dissolve. The seeker will dissolve. Only the search remains. While Hanuman was searching for Sita, if you read Sundarakanda, there is no Hanuman. There is only search for Sita. Hanuman is not the point. There is only search for Sita, nothing else. Therefore, when the seeking is undivided, the seeker will dissolve. The seeking remains. The search or seeking, one and the same. Therefore, now what is the truth now? What is the truth? The search is the truth. The search is the truth. And the The search is the ultimate. And the search is the timeless reality. Look at that. You see, there is a caterpillar and a butterfly comes out of it. Now, the morphosis, that metamorphosis that takes place, it doesn't get inputs from outside. There are no outside inputs into it. The caterpillar itself metamorphoses into the butterfly. Similarly, the seeking, the search itself becomes the truth. It emerges as the truth. And therefore, when the seeking is undivided, the search is undivided, it becomes the ultimate truth, and it emerges as the timeless reality. But the search must be conducted properly. You know how do the search is conducted? What is search? What is seeking? What is search? Take again the example of Hanuman. He goes on searching and searching and searching. And how the search is conducted? Whatever comes across, and that is not Sita, it is gently put aside. The attention is no more on it. It is gently put aside. He comes across wonderful food items spread on the tables. He just puts it aside. There is no physical involvement. His attention is put aside. He comes across some nice party going on. He puts it aside. He comes across Ravanasura's inner quarters. He puts it aside. What 1,000 things come across in the Ramayana, 1,000 things come across. In 28 to 29 chapters they are discussed. Pushpaka Vimana comes across. He encounters Pushpaka Vimana. He looks inside and puts it aside. The search me, you know what is search? It is not positive. Search is not positive. There is nothing positive. It is all negative. Search means refusal of the unreal. The unreal is refused, is set aside, is dismissed. Therefore now, I don't know whether I will be able to communicate. Now what happens is, if that is the search, what is the search? Setting aside the unreal, setting aside the inconsequential, the unreal, setting aside. And the search is going on and on and on. The unreal is being set aside, set aside, set aside. You know now what happens? The search for the reality itself becomes the movement of reality. You see that? Because what is real? Setting aside the unreal, you know, that is the real. So, as a process of search, when the unreal is being pushed aside, is getting set aside, then the search for the real is not different from the real anymore. It becomes the movement of reality itself. Therefore, with that kind of a love and undivided attention, the search has to continue. And now that I have shown you, the search for reality itself becomes the movement of reality. And it is not that you have a journey and then you will reach the goal. It is not like that. If it is a journey and you reach the goal, you are already caught in the net of time. And therefore it becomes time bound. You may yet reach the goal, but you will lose the goal again. Then that is not reality, that is not moksha. Therefore here what happens, you know, the journey itself is the goal. There is no other goal. The journey itself is the goal. And the journey consists of search. And search consists of refusing the unreal. Look at that. And therefore, you have to examine these things very critically. Not just parroting a few definitions here and there. So once I have seen something. The karmendriyas. What are the karmendriyas? So hasta, pada, some count. Jnanendriyas, attvak chikshu. You do that for an hour and then this person go and have some nice lunch. So not like that, So some parroting, that is not the way. Here, the search itself, search is a movement. Search itself, first movement called search and then the goal. No. Search itself is the movement of reality. So, therefore, you have to understand very critically these things. Then one more thing I will tell about this search, the seeking. You see, you are searching for what? The real. Okay? Then what about God? Should you not search for God or not? You have to search for God. But then the real and the God are not different. They are same. Now, what are you doing? You think you know God. Only you are searching for the real. Kya ho gaya? So you have created a dichotomy or a division between the real and the God. God is already known to you. You are already worshipping. You have made a temple also for God. Everything is, God is taken care of. Only the real you are now searching for. Kya baat hai bhai? Don't you see the dichotomy in it? Therefore, when you say you are searching for the truth, you have to understand the truth, the real, the God are one and the same. Then what about Atma? Same. Just one more thing is there. Shall I tell you that also? What about Guru? Same. So make the truth your Guru, the real your Guru, the self, Atma, your Guru. That is the Sadguru, the inner being. Make it your Guru. The day when the real, the God, the self, the truth, and the Guru are seen as one, you have found the truth. But the students, in their folly, they have created a schism in all this. For them, God is somewhere in the temple. Guru Maharaj is elsewhere. Atma is here. Truth searching ho raha hai. Truth is in the books. So put everything in different places. And then go along the flow. There is some flow. Some flow is there. When rain comes, water will find some way. So some flow. So you become part of that. And therefore, so now what are you doing, sir? Studying Atma. And so who? Guru. Separate from the study of Atma. And then for some time, God. Separate from these two. Yemandi. Where from you got all these schisms? The day you understand that reality, truth, self, God, Guru, add one more, Shastra. The day you understand, they are all the same, self-same. There is an expression like that. They are all the self-same. Or maybe they are all the same. When you find one, you found all. When you find Atma, you found Guru, you found God, you found truth. When you found truth, you found Atma, you found Guru, you found God. Therefore, you have to examine your understanding. Did I put some differences in all these things? Only verbal difference. In the vastu, there is no difference. We say all these things. What we do is we recite and keep quiet. Ishvaro Guru Atmeti Murti Bheda Vibhagine, like that verses we say. But we don't follow up properly. That's why the intensity, the Shraddha is missing. Therefore, I am challenging you in your understanding when the source of I am, that source of I am, that unknown and unknowable bedstead, which is the foundation of your life experience, that source of I am, and the God that you want to worship or you are likely to worship, when they both merge, when they become one, they are not different anymore. And that is also the Guru. Now how many things have merged now? The Guru, the Atma, and the God. Now you have put them in separate places. When those three merge, then something will happen. It will happen without a trace of doubt. It will happen. And you know what is that will happen? I am because God is. God is because I am. Guru is because I am. Guru is because God is. God is, Guru is because I am. I am, God is because Guru is. Guru is, I am because God is. That is what will happen. And without any doubt it will happen. When the search finds the right attention, the right focus, the right sharpening, it becomes free from all these artificial schisms that the ignorant mind has created. The search becomes the reality. The search emerges as the reality. Let us say the verse. Ajnascha shraddadhanascha samshayatma vinashyati nayam lokosti naparaha na sukham samshayatmanaha. The second line, you work it out yourself. When you are caught in this doubting Thomas attitude, you are not interested in the search for the truth, only doubting this, that, etc. You create your own obstacles. You cannot be happy in this life. You will not be happy the other life also. So you work it out. I am done with that verse, okay? Then yoga sanyasta karmanam. The other day I was talking about work hard, don't give up work and all that. But then we are talking of giving up the work. So how to give up the work? Yoga. Yoga sanyasta karmanam. So I reserve this verse for the next Sunday class. And that will be a new topic. We will discuss it. So I am happy that I am done with this Shraddha part of the verse. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate.